Good morning, girls. Today we are going to discuss about bonus issue of shares again. In the last class, we discussed about the meaning, effects, and objectives of bonus issue of shares. Today, we are going to discuss sources of bonus issue and advantages and disadvantages. So now let me straightly move on to sources of bonus issue of shares. From where and all the company will take the money for the respective bonus issue of shares. That is, I said already, bonus issue of shares is issuing shares to the shareholders with the free of cost. They will not collect money from the shareholders. Instead, they will take money from their own resources. Okay, so what are all the resources they will take and instead of bonus issue of shares? So number one, profit and loss. From the profit and loss, surplus profit, they will take and they will include that amount with the capital. So because bonus shares are issued, no, so capital should be increased. So how they will increase? By taking the money from the profit surplus profit, they will include it in the capital. Secondly, they can take it from general reserve. If enough profit is not there, means they will take it from general reserve also. Third one, capital reserve. Then fourth one, sinking fund reserve. Okay, usually sinking fund reserve is kept for redeeming the debenture. So when the company is not redeeming a debenture on particular year, that money can be utilized for bonus issue of shares. Then fourth one, development rebate reserve, development allowed reserve. All these reserves, some company may have these reserves also. So when they issue bonus shares, they can use these money in order to include it in the capital. Then capital redemption reserve, we all know capital redemption reserve. Then sometimes shares were issued in premium, means that premium will be kept aside separately. When there is a bonus issue of shares, they can use that premium amount and they will include that amount with the capital. So these are the different sources of bonus issue of shares. Second one we'll go for advantages of bonus issue of shares. These advantages we can see in two dimensions. One, how far it is advantageous to the company and how far it is advantageous to the shareholder. Number one, that is for company. Number one, it makes the available capital to carry on a larger and more profitable business. So when the company have issued bonus share, the amount from the profit will be taken and it will be included in the capital. Now the capital gets increased, so that amount can be utilized for further good projects and they can earn more profit out of the projects. Then second one, when the company pays bonus to a shareholders, the value of shares and not in cash, so its liquid resources are increased or maintained. Okay, not increased, it will be maintained. That means when cash is not going out. Okay, the company issuing shares, no cash not increased, it will be maintained. That means when cash is not going out. Okay, the company issuing shares, no cash. If dividend is issued, means cash have to be given to the shareholders, so the company's cash gets reduced. When the bonus shares are issued, no cashes are going out, so the cash remains in the company itself, but in the different form, in the form of profit, now in the form of capital. So that liquidity remains is kept the same. Okay, so liquidity is a imminent thing for any company for the day-to-day survival, so that can be maintained. Third one, it is the cheapest method of procuring capital. So capital can be procured by the way of equity share, preference share, debentures, loan. So but all these process we have to spend lot of money. Company have to spend lot of money. The cost of capital will be higher, but these form of capital procurement is comparatively very less cost. So that is one advantage. The next one, high rate of dividend can be reduced. So if the company, instead of giving bonus share, it issues dividend every year, they are issuing dividends with a surplus profit, means year by year they have to increase at least 0.5% in the dividend rate. Suppose last year 8 means this year 8.5, the next year 9. Likewise, the dividend keeps on increasing. So that is also a danger. So in order to control the increase in the dividend rate, this kind of bonus share is very, very helpful for the company. The next one, the balance sheet of the company reveals the actual capital structure. That means normally when you see the balance sheet of the company, issued capital may be some amount, paid up capital may be some amount. Issued capital means how much shares company has issued, worth of 10 lakh for example. But paid up capital means how much actually shareholders purchased. It may be not up to 10 lakh, it may be less than the 10 lakh. So it doesn't reveals the real picture, no. So this kind of bonus shares matches the issued and paid up capital, so that in return helps to reveal the actual capital structure of the company. Then next one, how it will be advantageous to the shareholders. Number one, bonus shares are permanent source of income. Okay, so bonus shares increase the number of shares, so that in return increases the dividend in future. So it is a regular source of income for the shareholders. Then rate of dividend falls and total amount of dividend increases. So rate of dividend falls, but instead the profit can be increased higher. So the total amount of dividend has been increased. For example, 50 lakhs amount are distributed as a dividend for 10%. But bonus issue of shares, what it makes means it increases the profit from 50 lakh to 1 lakh. Then percentage of dividend rate from 10 to 5. So dividend rate has been increased, but the total amount of profit has been increased. Okay, dividend rate has been reduced. Then third one, investors can easily sell and get immediate cash. So because their number of shares are increased due to bonus issue of shares, so whenever they need for any emergency, they can very well sell the shares and they can get the cash. So these are the advantages of bonus issue of shares. Next we'll see the disadvantages of issue of bonus share. Number one, fall in dividend rate. That is one disadvantages. When the company issues bonus shares, dividend rate gets reduced. I already explained the reason. Then second one, fall in future rate of dividend results in fall in share price. Yeah, obviously when the dividend rate reduced, shareholders may not be satisfied. So in return, they may sell the shares. In return, the company's reputation gets reduced and they will sell the shares and they will quit the company and they will switch over to some other company. So these are the possible, there is a possibility. So this is one disadvantages. Then third one, reserve gets reduced. If the company issues bonus share, the money is not collected from shareholders. Instead, they will take it from the profit or reserve. So the reserve amount are converted into capital amount. In that way, reserves gets reduced. So that is one of the disadvantages. That's all about girls. Thank you.